What's up, Soul Fam? So I want to talk about something that is pretty important, right? When you're truly one with the truth, you may be hated by every group you can think of. Every group that sees you as a threat to their way of life, right? A saying I like to say a lot is, the left will think you're right, the right will think you're left, the religious will think you're an atheist, and the atheist will think you're a religious nut job. It's funny because you're both all of these things and none of these things, and you see beyond all of these illusory titles, right? Basically, you cut the bullshit that they all want to be a part of. All the different individual groups, you know, individually in their own bullshit, right? And you just see through that stuff, and just want to let you know that yes, the commons people may think you're crazy, right? But understand that you're no better, but you're no worse. You're no worse than these people, but don't let your ego think you're better than them either. You know, all is God. There's only God, and all of us are but fragments of that oneness, you know? And we're on different stages of realization. So show them love, you know? You know, people like Yeshua said to love your enemies, and you know, that's what you got to do. You got to still see the oneness in them and understand this whole thing, you know? Don't stoop back down to your individual identity versus their individual identity. If you remain in the oneness, you know, you just see it as it is, and it is what it is. I used to get into like defending my beliefs and all that, and I'll answer questions if people ask me, sure, but I'm not gonna like stoop back down into the duality and start fighting my way versus your way, because then that shows that we're not one. It shows I'm this and you're that, and you don't want to do that, you know? Like I get comments on all my platforms, many that understand and deeply understand what I'm saying, and then other people are like, this is blasphemy, you're a heretic. Even people I know in person. Like I recently stopped going to my MMA gym because the coach literally was basically calling me a heretic and saying I was demon possessed and that I wasn't speaking for the true God and all this. And like I didn't even really want to be getting into my beliefs, because I knew that like certain people are closed-minded from this stuff, and it's like it's just better to not talk about this stuff with some people. Just show them the love, show them your teaching through your actions. You know, you don't gotta necessarily say you're wrong and I'm right, and it's a whole mess, you know? You don't have to put yourself around energy of closed-minded people, but you do have to not hate them, right? You have to understand that everybody is exactly where they're meant to be. Every grain of sand on the beach is exactly placed as it's meant to be placed. God, the infinite, is in control, you know, and everything is perfect, even if the human mind can't understand it. So all is well. So if you're called crazy, know that that's perfectly fine. They don't have to understand your path, nor do you have to understand theirs, you know? So you're doing good. Do what you do, Light Warriors. Peace.